I recently spent 3 days in Nashville learning from industry pros, listening to legendary songwriters, and connecting with like-minded students of the art at Tin Pan South, a week-long music festival / fundraiser that's hosted by the Nashville Songwriters Association International. I'm just going to call them NSAI from here on out, because that's a long name, baby. This was my first time in 20 years that I've been back to Music City. And now that I'm an adult and a songwriter to boot, I'm getting this musical mecca in a whole new context than I did before. I hope by the end of this video you might consider taking a little trip there yourself for Tin Pan South. So what setting do you think of whenever you're getting invited to a conference? Are you thinking it's going to be, like this big glass and metal building with big wide hallways and ugly carpet? Well, if you thought that, like I did, you would be wrong. To kick off our week, we had an awesome seminar at the Scarrett Bennett, which is this absolutely beautiful campus in the middle of Nashville. And I'll tell you what, I was impressed with this place. Anytime I wasn't in a class, I was outside in this awesome courtyard that just radiated spring energy. Like there were petals falling off of trees. It was just perfect for sculpting artistic minds. I was super impressed with what NSAI managed to do there. So here's a quick rundown for you of what we got to do. Day 1 started with success stories from NSAI members, followed by a lyrics lesson, then a networking lesson, then 4 specialized breakout sessions, and finally, story time with Bob DePiro, who turns out to be my cousin's ex-husband. Small world. We then left for an evening of networking at the Green Light, where I got to be part of a spontaneous co-writing session, only at Tin Pan South. Day 2 was Publisher Pitch Day. We each had an opportunity to play 2 songs for representatives from multiple companies, where we got to hear feedback from everyone's songs. And if it was what they were looking for, they would take a copy. I did not get a copy taken. I was passed, but I learned not just from my own songs that I submitted to publishing, but I also learned from about 40 other submissions. That's a lot of people. After publisher pitching, we had another breakout session, followed by a Q&A with our beloved NSAI staff. Then we closed the seminar with Drew Baldridge detailing his journey as an independent artist, getting a #1 song. But day 2 wasn't over yet. Tin Pan South boasts multiple songwriters rounds all across Nashville for several days, where hit writers volunteer their time to help raise funds by taking turns sharing songs and the stories behind them. I was blessed with an opportunity to listen to juggernauts of the contemporary Christian circuit like Maya Fields, Matthew West, and Ben Glover. Day 3, the climax of the trip. We spent most of the day at 3rd and Lindsley for the NSAI awards ceremony, where we celebrated wins among members and presented partners with accolades. We then cleared out the venue for a special NSAI chapter coordinator luncheon, where we got to share songs with one another and have our own awards ceremony, where my co-coordinator for Southern Missouri, Sunday Joe, was recognized for all her hard work and dedication. And then finally, the crown jewel of the whole journey, a pilgrimage to the Bluebird Cafe. This unassuming hole in the wall has been a hot spot for songwriters for decades. Due to the unique setup of the venue, we found ourselves inches away from the performers as they sang songs, told tales, and laughed in the most intimate setting I've ever had the pleasure of experiencing. After just a few short days steeping in this musical culture of Nashville, I truly feel like I've gained a new understanding and skill as a songwriter. But don't take my word for it. See for yourself. Now, I'm not saying pack up your things and move to Nashville, quit your job. But if you want to go see what everything's all about, go to Tin Pan South and just see what kind of great things NSAI is doing there. Huge thank you to NSAI for putting on Tin Pan South, and also for just being our advocates, going to Washington, D.C., and fighting for songwriters, making sure that they're treated fairly. Thank you so much.